Shoot 'em ups, one of the most popular genres for the video game industry in mankind, even for your good old Nintendo Famicom for sure. Whether it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up or the arcade style of shoot 'em ups, sub-genres, cute 'em ups, you name it, it's there everywhere. However, being that we know Famicom's power, you might be aware of its limitation. Most of the shoot 'em ups on the Famicom, whether it's the original shoot 'em up titles or the ports, they certainly will bring down some of the elements from the original to make it suitable for the Famicom's hardware limitation. But what if the shoot 'em up games were just going way beyond the boundaries of Famicom's hardware limitation? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to present one of the finest but brutally hard rare gem shoot 'em ups that also pushed the Famicom's hardware limitation. This is the story of Recca. Released in July 17th of 1992, the game was developed by Kid and published by Kaga Create Corporation, or formerly known as Naxat Soft. Recca was one of the second title to be featured as their Summer Carnival Festival of 1992, hence most people would recall this game as a Summer Carnival Recca 92 as a full title. With its limited amount of release for the copy that was mainly meant for the hardcore gamers who were looking for the solid shoot 'em ups, how did I manage to get the copy for myself, you might ask? Well, I'm never willing to spend more than $1,000 on one Famicom game, so dealing with the cheaper multi-card option shall do the job. The game is also available for 3DS eShop as well. At first glance, you might assume that Recca seems like your regular daily shoot 'em up, with its edgy and sleek attitude of sick soundtrack composed by Shinobu Yagawa, and that really fast-pacing graphics that just gets over the top of the Famicom's limitation. I mean, just look at this. Despite all this explanation I gave it to you, some might still believe that this game is just yet another classic arcade style of fast-pacing shoot 'em ups, which in a sense, you might be right on that, because the game not only offers for the regular mode, but also offers for the score attack and time attack. Mostly the objective for the time attack and score attack is to get 1 million points as fast as possible, but mostly people who were on the contest back in 1992 might be trying their best for completing the normal story mode for sure. However, the major differences between the Recca and the most shoot 'em up games is the controls. Now, if we take a look at the most of the shoot 'em up games, let's say such as Galaga or Xevious, these games you would usually require you to tap the buttons constantly in order for the rapid fire, or you grab a turbo controller. But in Recca's case, things are totally different, because for Recca, holding down either of the B or A button would automatically shoot the projectiles with the rapid fire, so turbo controllers has no stories on this. However, you will automatically realize why Recca would provide you with the auto fire at the first place, if you see the difficulty. This game is insanely hard. One hit and you're dead, and every projectiles and enemies you could possibly imagine will get you, and you gotta make sure to be quick and precise on every shot you throw at the enemy. Despite all this insane difficulties, players are not alone for their journey, to say the least. Going back with the controls are very smooth, and of course they're definitely fast for sure. Even as far as by pressing a select button, it will switch the speed for your ship. This could also mean that you need to have a fast-pacing muscle memories to be cautious about the enemies or the boss fights. B button is your standard attack, and A button allows you to shoot up the sub-weapons. and you have to get used to it with pressing both B and A button at the same time for the precise shooting, because I mean, just look at this insanity. The game also offers various items, such as there's a laser beams, items to the ones that can shoot diagonally, the ones that's like the ball, and the list goes on. But again, you don't have time to think about all these items to choose, or at least you need to have a fast muscle memory to define which item to pick up, because the difficulty is unforgiving. The boss battle is another thing. They're huge, fast, weird, and extremely hard. You will make a progress through each boss by time, but at the same time, you'll be seeing a game over screen a lot. I found out for the certain bosses, when the projectiles are coming at you, it's best to defend yourself by leaving a controller alone and your ship to make a huge bomb blast. Not only it can defend yourself from the bullets, but also it can give a massive explosive damage to your enemies. On top of that, again, you still have to deal with this crazy vertical scrolling, and for many players who's trying to get through this game, I don't see how they're able to get through this for more than an hour of gameplay, let alone trying to beat this game in one shot for sure. Because for me personally, I had to take a break because it hurts my eyes. Yet at the same time, it's awesome and you can't stop playing. Recca is simply one of the best shoot 'em ups to offer for the Famicom, and exceeds the hardware limitation of what Famicom was originally capable of. With a game that is notorious for being super difficult, insanely enough, this game adds additional mode of playing for the hard mode later on. They must be really mad, but their madness sure comes with one kick-ass shoot 'em up game. Insane hardware limitation graphics, controls that's even faster than the Sonic the Hedgehog, thrilling music, and the giant middle finger of difficulty to offer for the competitors of 1992 during the hot summer. What more could you ask for? This is the one heck of a game for all the Famicom shoot 'em up fans.